Certainly indeed, children. So from what I recall, where the heck are we? We're meant to ask around the village about some girl and her disappearance. Let's have a look here. Lord Handrod has met Lady Elias in days now. Has not seen Lady Elias in days now. And it seems villagers at Durford have not been of much help. Still, I may be able to learn something useful by asking around. So I suppose that's something we can do. Hey, you there. Yeah,
Can you smell the oily notes of brain fat in the air? Cured leather always makes me so hungry.
Hail and well met.
got potions for sale. Ah, a young woman leans against a wagon. One arm and one side of her face are covered in bandages and with raw, rippled flesh showing underneath. A minty, tangy scent wafts from her dressing. She smiles painfully. Just ventured into town? About to try on some... I'm about dry on some of my stocks, but you're welcome to have a look-see. Oh, I'm about dry. Okay, yep. Why are your stocks so limited? It's damn roads. Can't reach none of my suppliers, so I'm stuck with whatever I can scrounge up in the wood. Deer crap, riverweed, and the like. That's well and good, but most potions require something stronger too. Troll skin, vessel bone, what have you. And then there's the really rare ingredients. Things you'd never even be able to afford, let alone find your own. What did you find? And Diana winces as the rest of the story comes tumbling out of her. I've been keeping an eye on a drake's nest east of town at Durford Crossing. The beast stayed just long enough to lay a clutch and moved on. Thank the Sky Mother it wasn't a full-grown dragon. So you took on a drake. She looks at her bandaged arm and grimaces. Fresh eggs are much more useful than the ones that get passed between merchants or left in nests for weeks or more. And the clutch looked to be at its beak. Thought I'd see about getting an egg. Didn't realize so many of them had already hatched, or that young worms were so territorial. I suppose we could? Show me your wares though. Sure thing, she shelves her cart contain... Oh, Jesus, man. The shelves of her cart contain jars, vials, and bundled paper packets. There we go. The tongue twister is over. Well, it's ingredients. Minor endurance plus 50 endurance. That might not be bad. Plus -2 duration of active hostile effects. Well, we're rich, so we'll buy 2. And we are good on everything else. Can we sell anything in here that might not be worth? Yeah, sweet. Do you want some crossbows? I don't know why I have a whole bunch of crap things. Oh, that reminds me actually. You know, remember when I lost that sword and I thought I may have accidentally sold it? Turns out it's a glitch in the game. That's right, you can actually... Oh, what? We have to do it anyway.
Well.
Yeah, you can... Wait, sorry. You can actually lose items randomly. They just disappear. So, that item that I got was from the Duke or whatever his name was. Where's he live? Where's this asshole live? You know, Roderick's hold. The sword I got from Roderick. It's gone. Disappeared. Lost it in a gambling match that I didn't even know I had. That pisses me off so much. That actually is sort of game breaking, because if you lose a good item randomly, I think it would entice me not to play this again until it gets fixed. Maybe it's been fixed now, but between the time I played it and when I lost it, it seems like it's not going to be the case, because I don't recall any updates, and they're still working on the expansion instead. So, yeah. I'm kind of annoyed about that.
Hello.
Anywho. Well, supposedly we have to do the thing with the egg because it updated our thingy, so we might as well ask him more about it, huh? Okay, so it's a nest in, it's in a nest perched on a cliff on the east of the Durford crossing. That's out in the wilds, just east of here. I'm sure there are others elsewhere, but the one in Durford crossing is just the age I need. If you head out the way, be careful. The place is crawling with worms. When I went out there, I can't imagine what they've gone anywhere else. How'd you get burnt? By the flame. How bad does it look? Just say it. I know you'll tell me straight. Who cares how it looks? What matters is you're okay. Let's do flirty. Suppose you're right. Good thing I know my policies. Poultices. She sighs. I told you about my run-in with the worms. I reckon you put the rest all together already. What's wrong with the roads? A noise of disgust rattles in their throat. Brigands, looters, you name it. The gods may be hollowing out our babies, but it's grown folk that's rubbing out the rest of us. People are scrambling to Defiance Bay because they hear there's healthy births there, and all those refugees in abandoned homes attract desperate sorts like flies on dog shit. Nice. Actually, I'm looking for a missing noblewoman. Oh, that's the Lord's daughter. She was a new shade of green when I seen her the other morning, chatting with Trigger? She was, just outside the shop. She points to the crumbling tower. What was wrong with her? She tugs at a bandage. No offence, but I hardly know you. I'm not one for gossip, and I certainly don't want to cause the poor girl any trouble. Cause the poor girl any trouble? What does that mean? Lord Handrod said she was ill from travel. She laughs. That word no road sickness. Trust me, I know it when I see it.
Hail and well met.
She adjusted bandages. Anything else I can do for you? I've got some handy ointments. I've been braving the roads anytime soon. Yeah, that's a good point. I do have these. Little Pie's got one. You need one. What's that one do? Okay, it's the duration effect. So how to... Whoops. Get in there. What? Where did I put it now? Did I put it back? Go around. How do you split it? Oh, hang on. No. Right click. Fudge. I forgot how to split things. That just puts into the stash, which is not what we want. Alright dude, you can have two. Be a greedy guts. So who can summon spiders? You can summon spiders, and you can summon spiders. What the hell is with that hat? Well, it gives intellect +2, so I can't be complaining too much. Speaking of crafting... +15, I don't think I care for eye skin sounds good though. Merciless gaze, +15% of hits. Oh. So iron skin +8 damage reduction until hit or critically hit. Hang on. 8 reduction until hit. That doesn't sound good. So until it's just a potion where you get hit and then it removes the effect. No. Why does crafting cost money? That's another thing. Plus 25 deflection. Eh. Hits convert to critical. That sounds better. It doesn't have a thing where it's like if you get hit, then you get to lose your life. Why do I just make 2? Hey, I got an achievement. An alchemist. Hooray. Prayer against fear. That's fine. Scroll defense. Plus 20 to all defenses. Question is, will I need this stuff later? Paralysis sounds pretty good. Paralyzed for 9.3 seconds. Has an AoE effect. I might just leave it for now because I don't think I'm struggling too much. Merciless Gaze. So I figure you'd want it, Kim, because you're our attacker. Plus 10 to... yeah. This stuff you can only do out of combat, so it's not much point in having it sitting in your quick slot. Yeah, it's really dumb to have it in your quick slots. Actually, so I'm going to remove all food items in there. Actually, what other food items do we have? We don't have any food items. Or do we? Whoa. Remove Karoglon Crush. The fudge is that? Or whatever it is, it's going in the inventory, I guess. Suppose we need a designated backpacker that keeps a hold of all these wonderful items that are consumable. Which would be you, buddy, because you'd like the wilds, so you'd like food, wouldn't you? I assume that... hang on, where's the food? There it is. Okay, we can't make anything else because we were lacking all the ingredients for it. That's fine. Oops, before I forget. Go away. Blascon. Remove Blascon Crush. What the fudge is Blascon Crush? Because this is called Blascon. Is it a curse? Is it a disabling ability that you get when you get hit by something that's poisonous? Gods only know. Alright, so you said he was in here, maybe? Chatting to the girl that we need to talk to? Hey, buddy. Suppose you know things about things. Ah. Haven't done this in a while. As you near the dude, let's touch his soul. You see a modestly furnished house, warm with cooking fire lit at its far end. The man is sitting in a high back chair looking at a large book with a small boy in his lap. He smiles and asks the child about the pictures on the pages as he points to different parts of them. He looks up as a woman approaches to stir something in the pot hanging over the fire. She adds some carrots to the pot, mixes them, and stands and turns to the man. She says something to him and leans in to give him a kiss, when a knock comes at the door. The man stands and the woman motions for him to stay. She walks to the door and glances out the window. It is already too dark outside for anyone to be seen. She lifts the bolt on the door and pulls it open, revealing a tall, lanky man with a strange smile on his face. There is a wet, tearing sound, and the woman makes a weak groan, collapsing to the floor, blood quickly pooling around her. The man in the chair leaps to his feet, grabbing his son, interposing himself between the boy and the man at the door, who steps over the body and enters the house. "Clark, vowed you would feel this pain," the man said courteously, as the 4 other men enter the house behind him. "It appears your rent has come due." Shit. Whoops. God damn it, Kim. Why you been stealing on me? What have we got? a bounty now? Well, we'll find out soon enough. A ledger lies open in the desk that lists purchases and sales amongst the various alchemist and ingredient concoctions. We'll find out what stealing does now. Hopefully it's just a small fine. Or maybe they'll just take your item from you. I forgot what it was that I took, so I'll be okay with it.
With the cat's nose, how is it you failed to notice your rotten stench?
Failed to notice? Hardly. I put work into smelling this way.
I should have expected.
I never know what sort of game is downwind. I need to smell like part of nature, not an interloper.
I do love the dialogue between the party members. It's so funny. Grieving mother. Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You sort of look like Morticia from the Addams Family. Just need to be a bit paler. You know? This middle-aged peasant woman is dressed in a brown leather cloth, draped down to her knees. Her hands are working at separating stringy, colourless vegetables in a pile before her, stripping the heads off the long, fibrous stems with a paring knife. She discards the stems one by one, placing the heads of the vegetables into a small cradle-like basket in front of her. She doesn't greet you as you approach. You're not sure she even knows you're there. Excuse me. The woman doesn't respond. She keeps stripping the heads from the vegetables with a steady rhythm. She may be deaf. There's no indication she heard you. Well, let's just perv on her. At first glance, she seems nothing more than a middle-aged woman, unremarkable, maybe less stern than the most, who seems more focused on the weaving in her lap than her surroundings. Yet you suddenly notice she's not stripping the vegetables before her any longer. She's weaving, and the vegetable pots are now missing. Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't she doing something with vegetables and not weaving, but that's strange. She still pays you no mind, her brown locks torn and snagged from lack of washing, like many of the townsfolk you've seen. There is a strange blur to her. Even the motions of her hands seem to be playing with threads that lack colour, in a shape that lacks interest. It may be that she is half-minded, or deaf, but something feels wrong. As you watch her, knitting takes on an odd cadence, and you have a terrible suspicion that something lurks beneath what your eyes are showing you. That's a strange sentence. My head is so swimming right now. Her brown hair is long, almost impossibly to the length of her hands. As you follow the streams of locks downwards, the hairs become long and black, splitting off into threads of black and silver, and wrapping around her hands. She's forming a sole cradle in the threads, braiding a net in front of you, each finger long and sharp like a series of knitting needles, almost hypnotic. The silver and black strands of her hair weave together, the silver predominating as a highlight, the black shadowing it. And suddenly, you are calm. You are on a plateau, almost the height of a tower, several stories high. The plateau is like a table lying beneath a clear sky. And beneath the plateau, surrounding it in all directions, a forest, hazy with mist, almost whether it is actual mist, or distance, or recollection. Resting in the curve of a natural arch above you in a great copper bell, half again the size of a man, hanging at attention, as if looking down on you and the event unfolding before you. The plateau is soaked in the sun, and the rock beneath you is rough and warm. The sky forms a cradle around you. You feel different. Not disembodied, but you feel your body. Your physical contours have changed, along with the surrounding. And you hear a soft series of chimes, like wind chimes. At the sound, the scene gains colour and texture. As if the sound is beckoning you gently forth, filling your senses and thoughts, like mist rolling softly into a sealed chamber, and focus on the chimes. The chime coaxes you deeper into the memory, and you're certain it's a memory, a warm one. You are on the stone of a plateau, your knees in the warm texture of the ground. Silver, white, shimmering like Adra? The plateau is formed of it, glistening in the sun. You can feel the heat in your skin, your wrists and your hands. Your hands are in motion. Weaving, not thread, but gathering tenderly, moving along the first movements of breath's wheel. Your hands are wet. Your hands are upon the flesh of a newborn child. You can feel the croning of a tiny head, turning in your grip. Its head sick, wet from the womb. The hands are wearing, inhabiting, have done this many times, and they are practiced and confident. You can feel distant pains in your own head as the head emerges, a stream of fluid from the womb helping the newborn slide forth, and the woman's labored breathing, crying out. Focus on the child and the movement of your hands. As your hands move, you hear the sound of chimes, clear, cutting through the haze of memory. You cannot see where they are coming from, but they are close, and they are meant as comfort. Of that you are certain. And, coaxed by your hands, every moment causing the chimes to sound again, almost eagerly, the child comes forth, and as it does, your hands are in motion, weaving, moving along the lengths of soft, wet rope. No, an umbilical cord from the legs of a naked woman before you. You are holding a small child, still wet from the womb, before you. The child cries out. Its cry is full of life, full of soul, the ringing of chimes echoing in its thoughts, filling it out in it with its welcome. The soul is blurred at the edges, as if you are viewing a soul from within a soul. But it is there, it is alive. The woman before you is weeping, and at her first cry, her hands reach out for it. Surrender the child. You surrender the child to her, something you have done many times before, and as your hands move, the chimes echo the movement, and you realize the chimes are hanging from cords in your wrists. And where once they echoed in the memory, they are now echoing in the child's mind as well. The chimes are intended to welcome the child, to be the first gentle greeting into the world, a soothing sound, guided by the tender motions of your wrists. You are helping to weave its thoughts, its perception, the experience. The woman laughs with a ragged joy, laughing from a parched throat. Her emotions seem soothed, but the physical demands of labor have left her exhausted. But the child is there. The child is safe. All atop the plateau, peaceful, calm, distant, flattering, out as the memory persists. Slowly pull back. Retreat from the memory. With effort, the scene bleeds of color, and your mind becomes your own again. There is no pull, no anchor, yet the sound of chimes remains. As they existed in the memory, they sound here as well. They are hanging from the woven braids on the wrists of the woman before you. Even as your head is spinning from the touch of her mind, the sound of the chimes on her wrists is sharp and clear, as if coaxing you back to the real world. The woman still sits before you, but she is nothing like what you first saw. She is wearing black, shredded garments that drape over her from like streamers. Her hair is streaks of black and run through with silver. Her age is almost impossible to tell. She simply feels old, like a crumbled watchtower. As she lifts her head to face you, you see that her hair is draped across the front of her face, like a veil. What you first saw of her was a mental glamour of some sort, unconscious, and you realize what you see is not what the world sees, and you are perhaps the first to see her true self. Still, you don't sense a threat in the realization. If anything, you feel a sense of relief from the figure. You can hear her thoughts, and she is glad to at last be seen. Wow. That took a very strange turn, didn't it? Holy cow. Right. Well, I guess who are you should be the opening
I
sentence.
am seen, but the eyes of others do not remember. You were the first to see me as I am, the call stripped aside.
There's a light touch on your mind, a caress, and her left hand mirrors the motion of a touch. Reaching up to the air between you, you hear the chime in her wrist sound, softly. Her hand moves as if pantomiming, resting on your cheek at a distance, and she speaks softly and slowly.
Your memories. The cadence of wheels on a caravan track. Fever. Questions by running water. Violence in a night's campfire. Arrows in the dark. And fleeing. Falling rock and cracking stone. And a storm. The storm.
That's right, there was a storm.
Storm that brushed you. Did its screaming wake you from your mind's cradle? Your memory of it is painful. Its cry is difficult to ignore. It's like a child. Many children crying out.
Ooh, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go say we encounter the bivouac. Her hand withdraws shyly, the chimes sounding softly once again. The woman stands uncertainly, as if she has been sitting for some time, or is too weak to bear her own weight. You notice her cheekbones are tight, her face gaunt. Yet while her stance is weak, she seems determined to stand before you.
You are able to see me.
It is almost a question. You suddenly realize she doesn't seem to know what you saw when you looked at her. The image on the plateau. Yet the image was so clear, so sharp. You're surprised she didn't feel you there.
See me as a rare gift. A watcher's gift.
Cipher requirement not met. I suppose the first one, maybe. Yeah, why not? I've never been able to do that with a living person. Except with you.
So many questions, thoughts, whirling like storm winds. That storm still roars through you, deep beneath your thoughts, yet muted and secret, like an underground river. I cannot tell if it is carving new channels, or eroding what keeps your true strength buried.
Okay, I'm just going to put it out there. The way she talks, she goes kind of like a snake. So that's making me a bit dubious towards it, but it's probably just because it's the voice actor having a bit of s in the end and it's not anything. But if it's a snake, I'm going to feel awesome. Or some sort of a serpent-like reptile.
The fact that you could hear it at all, survive it, is something few have ever done. Your power will grow stronger with each soul you touch, as it allowed you to reach out to mine.
Each soul you touch? So was I meant to go around touching souls all the time? Or is that more story-based soul touching? Probably that. There is a silence, and although it seems to last for but a heartbeat in your thoughts, it stretches out between the two of you, like a pull between your minds. The blink. You blink, take a breath, and then realize she asks you a question, yet can't form the words, as if assembling them is painful. Or there simply are not enough pieces. Do you wish to chat? Oh, okay. Assemble your thoughts. Do you wish to travel with me? You feel aware of fear, gusted with the strength of relief, although oddly her expression does not change. Then fear dissipates, and you feel strength and certainty as if the plateau from a memory lies beneath you, and a calm sky looks down upon you. Who's that? Claire. Okay, let's
I'll go.
Kim. I just want to see what she is. Learn the grandmother's past. Whoa, what the fudge is that? Focus. She's got chimes. What the hell is she? She's a cipher. Fascinating, okay. Level 2 cipher, okay, yeah, what is a cipher? Or what does it do? Is it front line? Is it back line? She's got a knife, so let's check her. Hang on, you're a cipher, aren't you, Kana? Oops.
Yes?
Kana. Are you a cipher? Or are you something completely different? No, you're a chanter, right. Cipher. That's right, isn't a cipher... I don't remember, they're like watches, but
Your
they're
thoughts
not
must
watches.
flow deeply indeed.
Interesting. I'm just asking these questions because I don't know how to level her up, because I don't know exactly what a cipher is. And that's gonna screw me over if I don't understand what the hell a cipher is. Where the heck is the damn... Is there like a logbook journal thing that I can look at? Because I really need to figure this out now. Where the heck? I could have sworn there was like a help section somewhere. Cyclopedia. Characters? Need a search bar now. Deities, location, combat mechanics. Bestiary. So this is not helping me at all. Well, you can create some notes, that might be useful for later. What's the journal about? Not much. Okay, I just need to quickly have a look at this online instead, because this is not helping me at all. There we go. Cipher on the wiki. When it loads, it will tell me exactly what a cipher is and how I should build her. Alright. Cipher is one of the playable classes and Pillars of Eternity. Ciphers are uncommon and often misunderstood individuals with extraordinary mental abilities. Like wizards and priests, they have many talents that draw directly from their souls, but ciphers have a unique ability to peer through the spiritual energy of the world to manipulate the other souls. While wizards use complex formula and enlarged tomes, and priests tap into the passion of their faith, ciphers are able to operate directly through the power of their minds. And yours. Okay, so they got might, dex, intellect. Yeah. Okay, I'm happy to keep her for now. Problem is I lost Kim.
What?
Your Durance. So Kim was the last NPC character that I created, unfortunately, but she was pretty good. Huh. Hang on. I just want to do this right before I go mucking around and screwing myself over. So what's she good with? She's got fine pattern armor. seems like she's more dagger orientated, but I'd like her to be more... But she's level 1, so I could probably create her as I will, can't I? Just gotta find dagger, and I need someone with a big freaking sword. Although I guess you're my big basher now, but I need someone with a sword and shield maybe. Or dagger and shield I guess could work out. We'll figure it out, I guess. Alright, stealth we don't need. Athletics during time work, probably put some into that. One into lore, survival, and yeah, mechanics, why not? Okay. Antipathic field creates a toxic physical manifestation of the mutual antipathy between the cipher and the enemy target. Enemies caught in the path between the two will suffer corrosive damage. Ooh, nice. Eye strike. Shocks an enemy's visual receptors, dazzling and blinding them as well as blinding nearby targets. I like that a lot. Shell Sock briefly transforms the outer shell of an allied target's soul into energy, releasing electrical bursts around them. Characters standing in the area around the target take shock damage. See, I'm guessing this would also, well, that would definitely affect my party. Tenacious Grasp. Assails a target, grasps on reality, frightening and confusing them. I'm thinking blinding would be a good one. Okay, Biting Whip. The Cypher's Soul Whip bites deeper, granting a bonus damage. Modifies Soul Whip, plus 20 melee damage, plus 20% range damage. You seem like a ranged person to me, but I want you in the front lines. Invokes a retaliatory strike, stunning an enemy whenever they target the Cypher's willed defense. Grants Psychic Backlash, 1 per encounter. Invokes a retaliatory strike, stunning an enemy. Oh. Interesting. Passive 1 per encounter. That seems pretty good. Draining Whip. Enhances the draining power of Cypher's Soul Whip, regenerating focus more quickly. The Cypher has increased maximum focus, grants greater focus. Plus 10 to maximum focus. I think maybe Backlash for now. Can I just go back and check out this stuff? Or should we focus her on one-handed? While wielding a single-handed melee weapon. No, let's go with Backlash. Yada yada. Mind Blades. Co-ops the target's essence, generating a slash blade of force that attacks them before leaping up to 5 additional targets. Holy balls. Overwhelms the target's mental ability to communicate with its own body, paralyzing it and causing its soul to emit a shockwave that could leave nearby enemies stuck. Oh, I can get 2. Bounces physical energy harmlessly off the target onto the closest nearby enemy, causing pierce damage and violently pushing them backwards. That sounds pretty good. Invades the mounted targets in the area of effect, causing them to believe they are surrounded by phantom foes, leaving them flanked for a duration. Cypher uses the target's strength of mind against it, stealing a portion of its resolve in order to better deflect incoming attacks. Not bad. Causes the target to relive the psychic trauma of an injury moments after receiving it, experience the damage all over again. Yeah, I suppose we'll go with those 2. Athletics, please. Let's go with 5 lore. And mechanics is what? Disabling things. I don't know why I put the skill points into that. She's not my mechanics person. Oh, okay, we get amplified thrust now. And I'm thinking greater focus for now. Hopefully we get another thing. Let's go with 6 lore. Which is going to be very, very... Okay, this seems good. Ectoplasm generates a rebounding wave of psychic feedback between the Cypher and the ally that causes crush damage to energies caught in between. Violates enemies' memories, bringing vivid recollections of past failures. Mentally links nearby enemies to the target, forcing them to experience a portion of all damage the target suffers. Destroys the target's psychic defenses, leaving them dominated by the Cypher for... Oh. Yes, please. Causes enemies in the area effect to believe the worst fears have been realized, frightening and sickening them for the duration. That seems pretty good. Forces enemy to soul to leak energy, igniting the air around them and burning them over time. I'm thinking those two. And we still get Soul Ignite anyway. Yeah. Now we will go with Weapon Focus. One-handed. While wielding a second-hand melee weapon, some of the attacks become grazers. Yes. I'm hoping... I'm really hoping that this is going to turn out to be a good idea. But we'll find out. Honestly, I need to go and access a tavern now and get Kim back in here just so I can unequip her and look at what she has to give to this girl. There's a lot of people you come across now. At first it was a struggle to find anyone, but now I'm actually finding people to replace the generic NPCs.
Hail, traveler!
I didn't want to hire an adventurer, I just wanted to do some basic...
I will wait in the place of your strength. Your will, Watcher.
Actually, let's do that. That way we can swap them around and see what...
I'm here.
Oh yeah, Kim has these wonderful abilities. This is
Your
gonna
thoughts
suck
must
to
flow
have
deeply indeed.
lost her. No. Defend self, yeah, why not? Oops. Just pushing wrong buttons here. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting losing Kim. I'm probably gonna regret losing her, to be honest. Fine rapier sounds good. Do you want... No, Kim can hold on to that. You take these. Take all of these. Whoa, Kim. Wow. Wow. Okay. Fudge. I'm so sorry I had to strip you naked here, Kim. There you go. Right, my darling. So what's that? A fine dagger, 11 to 15 slash. It's pretty good, actually. It's just as good as the rapier. Okay. What was the other one? A saber. That's got 18 to 26 slash and a whole bunch of other damage, so I'd like you to probably use that instead. You can still keep your dagger if you want. Give you that back. It's at plus 6, -8 accuracy, but it's got plus 4. I think you'll be okay with it. But I'm not sure, so I'll just leave that as it is. Boots of stability. Pop them on her. Just pop on the main character. What's that? Fine padded armor versus fine brigandine. Crush and corrode 9. Crush, pierce, burn. Oh, that's got a pretty good variety of things. Recovery speed 15, 20. I think she should probably keep that on instead. Keep you there for now. What do you do? +5 deflection, good. Grants arcane dampener. Beneficial effects suspend for 15 seconds. Okay. Oh, for AoE, okay. So that stops their effects, but beneficially plus 10 defense against spells. That's not bad. Because you're in the front line, plus 0.1 to crit. 0.1, yeah. Since you're in the front lines, you can use these as well. So, grieving mother, you'll be the new Kim. Do I have anything? I feel like that's pretty good. Now let's see what we can do to help it out. +1 resolve. Right. Quality, can't upgrade that. Proofing, crush proofed. The question is, if I add that onto it, will it detract from what it has now? Because it's got crush +8, pierce 8, burn 5, corrode 5, so it's got quite a lot of things actually. +3 damage reduction on crush. Who else is in the front lines that might need some crushing proof? Let's see, pierce, burn, freeze. So you need to be crush proofed. There you go. I'm probably going to regret this, but this is the layout we're going with. Can I just do this here? Like, do we need to do anything in our stronghold? It seems like we do, but no, still got a day to go.
Your will, Watcher.
Oops.
Good day to you.
I'd like to hire an adventurer. But I actually want to manage my adventurers.
I'll go.
Okay. Now, let's see here. Just trying to think where I should have Kano at. I think he'd be okay off to the side like that, right? Yeah, that'll be alright.
Good day to you.
Now let's ask him about the girl. Tell me about the Lord Hagrid's daughter. He frowns and shrugs. His lordship says she up and went missing the other day. He wipes the tankard with ragged towel, twisting it with swift jerky motions. I don't know any more about than that. However, these lording bastards handle their affairs ain't no business of mine. Ain't no business of mine. Okay. I'm not going to give him coin because I already know that there's something around here. Hannah told me she saw Ayla talking with Turgril. His shop is in the broken tower near her cart.
Yes.
So we'll talk to Turgril and see what he knows. And I suppose once we've done this, we can go look at wyvern nests to just get experience. Hopefully wyverns aren't that harsh. Ah, here we go. Shit, the game crashed.
Does music sound different to you when your ears, or, well, ear, is another shape?
Yes, I find it unpleasant. Most everything seems shrill when I'm a Stelgar.
Maybe your keen senses just haven't heard truly fine music yet.
A masterfully crafted annoyance is still an annoyance.
Certainly.
Well, it hit the hour mark or thereabouts and it crashed. That's why I crashed. I forgot my own rule of don't let it get to an hour of straight recording, because I'm an idiot. I got so wrapped up in the game because there's just so much dialogue and so much lore behind it. It's so much to take in. It's all so very fascinating, but I am completely lost in it all. It's great. I love it. No idea what I'm doing, but it's freaking fun. Can't find it anywhere. I never... We'll talk about this later. Get back to the dies. I'll take care of our customer. Uh-oh, somebody went and kidnapped a woman. This is what I'm thinking.
What's this?
Hello. Does that count as... Let's just talk to him first.
Stranger.
A sturdy, broad-shouldered man wipes his hands in his slacks. He reeks of the same foul compound waffling from the vats, and his arms are stained with dye. Looking to purchase some leather? What's in this collapsed tower? It's collapsed. Nothing. He rolls his eyes and shrugs. A few hides are stretching racks, and the tallow stench Degnalis always grumbling about. The rest of the keep's dust. Just like the fool lady Thynia, who tried to halt it. There's a bard at the inn who will tell you the whole blazing story if you want to hear it. Pretty sure I did listen to that. It was a freaking long story. Something about a fire. That's all I remember. Forest fire. Who wipes a splotch of dye on his elbow with a shirt tail. Something else you need? It's ready for sale. Holy mackerels. Hello. 20% crit damage taken. Well, that could be good. +1 endurance. I want your things. Fine hide armor. Versus... Oops. Because you've got hide, don't you? You've got padded armor. 2025, 7, freeze, pierce 9, freeze 9, corrode 4. So, someone who's watching this, can you correct me if I'm wrong in assuming this? The DR, which stands for damage reduction, means the overall physical damage that you're going to take is obviously less. Or maybe sort of the chance to hit is also less as well. Most likely the two are intertwined. But crush, freeze and corrode and all that stuff in it has a better chance to reduce those styles of damage. Is that right? Like for example, if you just do a normal slash damage, it's going to, for this one for example, if it's a slash attack, it's going to apply that damage reduction there, I'm assuming. But if it's a crush attack, it's going to apply that one. And it may even apply that. Can't click it, unfortunately. So, yeah, I'm guessing that's how it works. Maybe I should actually read up on this and figure it out myself. Exceptional hide armor. Oh, we've got exceptional dagger too. 12 to 17 slash damage, accuracy versus deflection, +5 accuracy. Exceptional, +8 accuracy, +30% damage. Oh, fuck. Yeah. But then you've got 15 to 22 slash damage, +25% shock damage, and also all that stuff too. Alright, so the exceptional hide armor. Because I want to deck her out a bit more with better stuff. Although she's got good stuff on, but she's going to be a frontline character, and I'm very, very worried that she's not meant to be frontline. Well, she is sort of meant to be frontline, but not like Kim was frontline kind of thing. Anyway. PS freeze corrode, that's very, very good. That seems almost worth it, man. But he's asking for a fair bit. 3k. That's half my money gone. Fudge. I think I'll just trade for that for now. And be happy. So what was that again? +27, like 20% crit damage taken. So I feel like you could use that. Or someone else who gets pooped on a bit. Yeah, you probably need it because don't have much stuff on you. You've also got leather armor. Huh. Do you want some padded armor? From Brigadine? Yada yada. 8 slash. Recovery speed 30. So what does recovery actually mean anyway? Recovery is the amount of time that the character spends. Oh yeah, between actions, okay. For some reason I thought it may have been if they got hit then they might take a bit longer to recover from that hit, but yeah, it's the action taken to attack. I feel like you benefit from... Oh, double clicking does that, huh? I feel like you benefit a bit better from slightly better armor, even though the recovery speed is terrible. But that's how we roll. Alright, he was Scorch Blur. Something else you need? What can you tell me about alias Harnod? He shrugs. Only that her father's men have been banging down doors and stirring up trouble looking for her. Never met her myself. Hannah said you two had met. He folds his arms, the smell of the tallow and animal dung wafting off him. Did she now? And what else did she say? She saw the two of you talking. What was it about? Her father's dragged her out here to get hitched to some Blackwoods noble. She wanted an escape, all right, and I was happy to give it to her. Oh. We snuck across the river a few nights ago for some private time. Come to find out, we weren't exactly alone. An ogre, taller than Winfred's tails, sprung out of the forest, and we were so lost in the heat of the moment, we didn't notice it until it was upon us. My god, she's... Why? Why would she go with some tanner? Maybe I'm being too judgmental. I think I am. It grabbed Alice and disappeared into the night before I could even pull my britches up. What the hell is that noise? It's not playing now. Okay. I can see why you would have kept this to yourself. I'm not proud of it, but that's what happened. There it is again. I think it might be the music from the bar. Or the inn. He measures you up with his gaze. She could still be alive. I'm in no shape to go after her, but that Harnod looks like he'd have coppers to spare for anyone who found her. He scratches his cheek with fingers stained red and yellow. Others around here have seen the ogre east of town. Took most of Rumbold's pigs just the other day. If someone were to find it, there'd be a lot of grateful people in Durford. Interesting.
Yes?
Courier's key. The key is stained. It's my key now. Hey, you. A slaver arrived. Like I said, Turgo handles customers around here. Not just handle them dyers. Hour 7. Salmol the Shackler, a slaver from Redcrest, has arrived at your keep, seeking your counsel on some business matters. Bad visitor, leaving in 8 days, 24 hours. Well...
Yes?
I suppose we should go see what he wants, huh? That noise is so freaky, man. Stupid noise. Go away, noise. Nobody likes you. Hang on. Hang on. Oh my god. It's not the game, it's my freaking housemate singing with his guitar. That's what it was. It sounds so weird when you got the background music going and him singing in the background. Okay, yeah, now I can hear the guitar. It just sounded so weird and eerie to me. Yada yada. So we gotta go see the slaver, I guess, then come back to do the ogre quest, so I don't miss out on the slaver and all his wonderfulness. Yeah, sounds like a plan to me.